So, I mean, how you were just saying how looking at that, it brings back some memories already. It's only, what, a year old, yeah?
Yes, but a year ago we finished shooting only last September, and it finished this run on air, the first run, in Korea only in February this year.
Yeah.
In fact, it is on a rerun now in Philippines.
Wow.
Are you surprised? Because it's really taken off. I mean, you guys have won a bunch of awards for that. You know, you're in talks now to proceed further. I mean, how good is that?
It's very good. To be honest, we didn't. We expected it to be well received, but we didn't expect it to be this well received. Which basically, kind of make us kind of regroup, think about it, and think about season 2, and then we pushed back season 2 to next year. Initially, we're going to do season 2 now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, tell us, for some of us who aren't so familiar with the concept, tell us what the show is about.
Well, the Kitchen Musical fuses drama, music, and food, the 3 main ingredients. And it's about this rich girl who comes back from Cordon Bleu, very precocious, talented, want to come in and work with her father's restaurant, have to work with a very strict executive chef. And then, sparks fly. And then
Would you liken it to any other show? Like, for example, Glee at the moment. I mean, do you get a lot of comparisons to that show?
We do. It's just that I think Glee has paved the way for a lot of musicals to be accepted.
Yes.
I think it's easier. And also all the cooking shows, somebody has described it as what Glee meets MasterChef.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
But you know what? You have to really watch it because it's really different. Because the drama builds up. Every episode there's a full menu. You're talking about appetizer, mains, dessert, wine pairings.
Yes.
What was your role, Gail? Were you the spoiled little rich kid?
No.
I'm sorry, I mean...
What?
Yes.
We're not talking about real life.
Oh my goodness.
She's wonderful.
She's not going to come back for season 2,
Oh my goodness. No, my role was actually, I was a waitress in the Avalon, and basically
She was my muse.
Yeah.
Because it's an ensemble cast.
Yeah.
Right.
Every day there are 15 people on set, and from 6 nationalities.
Yes.
So we have Americans, we have Australians, we have Filipinos, Singaporean, Malaysian. We have an Italian makeup artist. So it's a truly international production.
Yeah,
Yes, it is made in Singapore?
Yes, it is made in Singapore. It is made in the corridor of Republic Polytechnic.
yes.
Wow, okay, that's interesting.
We took up the whole area in the corridor of Republic Polytechnic, which is a beautiful school, really well designed.
Yes.
We took it up, we made it into almost like a sound stage.
Yeah.
So when you take a look at the Kitchen Musical, you actually realize that is this shot in the studio? Is this shot on location? It's got that kind of unreal feel, which is kind of cool. Yeah.
Well, we know the show is now also being written for there's a US version possibly in the making, is that right?
Yes. Besides the US version, we're talking about the format being sold in Italy. We're talking about it being sold in India, Vietnam, Indonesia. It talks about the Kitchen Musical movie, and specifically in the US, we all know that it's a long drawn process. There's a drama, so many people trying to get into getting a pilot greenlit. So the the co-creator of Friends, Marta Kaufman, is attached to the project, and she and her partner is going to write another version based on the Kitchen Musical, and then they're just going to pitch it and kind of shop it around the networks.
And tell us a bit more about the rest of the cast. Working with them, how has it been like?
Well, thanks, Cheek, for talking so much. Well, for me, the experience working on the Kitchen Musical has been very fun and exciting, and also for me because you're surrounded with such a well-studied cast.
Yes.
Everyone has so much experience in acting, and for me, I never went to acting school or to drama school or to music school, so it was a little bit intimidating for me, but also it was so much fun because we got to learn different songs every week, because every week we would shoot an episode, and during that time that we were shooting, we're also learning what's happening in the next episode and the following episode, and we're also rehearsing for the upcoming episode, so it can be tedious, but it's also, but when you're in it, it's so much fun because you get to work with such a
Exactly how it works. I mean, you mentioned every episode has a full menu: appetizer, 2 mains, dessert, and then wine pairings. How does that work into the script? Do you have to have experts on the show? Actually, we know that you yourself are a bit of a wine
Is
connoisseur.
this a real menu you're talking about? If I went to a restaurant and asked for it, it would actually work with the wines you recommend as well?
Good question. It does. It does.
Yeah.
We took a lot of pains in getting it right. So when I first came up with the idea, I thought, hey, drama, music, and food, that's a great idea. How come nobody has thought about it? And then when we're fully into it, making it, I realized, it's really difficult. That's why we have a culinary consultant. His name is Bertrand. He's based in Singapore. We work really closely with him with our writing team. And then I'm a wine nerd anyway, so I do a lot of it. And subconsciously, or I try to introduce my favorites into the show. So the script is then weave in with the food, weave in with the music, and it's like Gia said, it's pretty tedious, but it's very rewarding when it comes out and it feels right. So it's pretty challenging to put it all together. It's like this dish with a lot of ingredients and you have to put it just right, and then you have to mix it with all these 15 of the cast from different countries.
Do any of you come out being chefs now? Now you can whip out a few special dishes?
Well, not from Cheek's menu, of course, but
Why not?
because you never taught me all
Oh,
the
it's French.
recipes. Yeah.
Kirill can cook now. Kirill is the lead character.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just went to cooking school in Paris.
Oh, that's sweet.
You can't cook?
Of course I can cook.
You can have this conversation later on.
Yeah.
What are the aims for the show? I mean, from the get-go, it was very much international, wasn't it? So where else is there to go from now?
Well, the company that I founded with my with my partners called the Group Entertainment. We're really focused on doing entertainment content for the global audience, and we part of the mantra is to increase the happiness quotient of our viewers. So with a global format like this, it goes everywhere. So hopefully we get to play in the States, like what we like to say. But it's really satisfying. For example, we just got back from Monaco from the Monte Carlo TV Festival. We got to meet the Prince, which is kind of cool. He was very gracious. And what is really satisfying is that because we were nominated with big productions like Game of Thrones, Downton Abbey, The Good Wife, and the Japanese Antarctica. It's kind of really satisfying to have people understand and know what we're doing and say, you're from the Kitchen Musical. We really like that. I mean, I'm sure you get that all the time when people say Kitchen Musical.
Yeah, for me, sometimes I don't really realize how successful this show has become, Like when I came in, I didn't really know what to expect. And the fact that it's now winning so many awards and it's international and it's been very well received, it's so nice to hear. And I think that Cheek was really, really smart to make this move, He didn't pay me
Global appeal, and I like that point that you made, the happiness quotient of your viewers. I really like that because that's what we watch TV for, isn't it?
I find it to be taken away into another one. Everyone loves food. All right, thanks all guys. All the best for next season and all the other productions you're working on.